It is great that your machines are all up and running and that all your demand is satisfied, that your financials are worked out. Yes, it is great that you seem to have everything in place. But have you thought about your people? Organizational performance is dependent on your people. The fate of your company is in the hands of your employees. So before you try to optimize every single aspect of logistics or minimize every cost, you have to work on the foundation of your company. And that's why we want to help you. This intervention ensures that you can keep all your employees engaged with your company so that you can thrive as a company. You might not believe this at first, but that will come soon enough, believe me. Our proposal is called the Activity Proposing Platform, and the idea is the following. In 10% of their working hours, employees will not work on their regular tasks. Instead, they will develop themselves in communication, teamwork, and learning. These three capabilities have a huge impact on their engagement with your company and their work. They increase these capabilities by participating in useful activities, such as course-on communication, conferences related to their expertise, or team building activities. The other 90% of the time, they will still execute their normal tasks. But because of this intervention, their engagement and motivation has increased enormously. This will cause them to work more efficient in this other 90% of the time. The platform proposes activities that an employee can join. It gives useful and tailored options because, of course, not all employees are the same. But in the end, the employee has a final decision on which activities they want to join. I can imagine that you feel kind of uncomfortable with this proposal because, of course, the employee does not spend their full working hours on the tasks that you assign to him or her. But I can assure you that the results will be great. It's true, you will have to spend 10% of the employee's salary on this project, but you will get much more in return. You will get employees that work more efficient, more effective, and that are willing to do more for your company. For example, when there has to be worked overtime for an important deadline, that will not be a problem anymore for your employees because you give them the time to relax and develop themselves during working hours. I hear you wondering, such a project will probably take up a lot of effort and a lot of cost to implement. However, this project will be fairly easy to implement and it will not take up a lot of time. That's because it's quite simple. And of course, there are costs attached to organizing these activities, but we believe that we can keep these costs at a minimum so that you will get a profit out of this. And instead of having to implement some major organizational change, you just have to implement a simple system. So if you want your company to be ready for the future, and if you want your company to grow, you should invest in your people. Because we propose a program that results in better employee engagement and more effective employees. We want to help you, and we hope that you will let us make this happen.